Good morning. It's Monday morning. You know I got a to-do list for the day. And at the top of the list is tackling the turtles. Yeah. That's what happens when your inventory, see all those different colors and all that, does not match up with what you have living in the house. So this is like the turtle census. I have the tote, which usually is owls and turtles. I have told the turtles to take a nap. Took this bag of turtles, no, owls, put them on the bed and said, here, you guys rest. I'm dealing with the turtles today. Someday I may be inventorying the owls too. We shall see. But inventory says I have 42. I think I counted 46. So something's not agreeing. And there's one more turtle to add. Because last night I finished off the ribbon yarn and I freehanded this turtle. If you get really close, maybe you can see the way little flecks come out from the ribbon yarn in there. So, okay, this guy will go there. I've got 2 bins on the floor. One is going to be for turtles who are not yet on Etsy and need to be photographed to put into Etsy. And the other will be for, okay, these guys are good. They're on Etsy. They're in the inventory. Everything is fine with the world. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing from yesterday. My freebie of the day. There is a YouTube tutorial on how to make an ice cream cutie. I'll have to put the name of the person up here because I forgot it. Want some ice cream? Oh, you can't have ice cream? Then would you like a little dolly? It's so cute. I want to make more. This is the fun of this. Yeah, and this, I think, okay, this was regular worsted weight yarn. The tan is 2 strands of a lighter weight yarn held together, and the head and arms are 2 strands of sport weight held together. So I think these 2 are pretty evenly matched, but I think the 2 strands of the tan together came out to be a little heavier than the hat. So the cone itself looks a little oversized, but I like it. Okay, so let's start at the top of my list. African flower turtles. You're not an African flower turtle. There's the bag. This is a free pattern. You're not an African flower turtle either. Get out of there. This is a free pattern. I think it's called Hanu, the sea turtle. Love and loops, loop and loves, loops and love. Let's put it up there once I figure out what it is. I like making these. First you make the African flower, and then you have to make another shell of the same size because the African flower has holes in it between the various parts where the stuffing might show through. So you have a single crochet circle underneath there. You have to make one for the back, you make the flippers in the head, and it all comes together for a very cute little turtle. So, inventory says I have pink, blue, brown, blue and brown, be this guy, blue, pink, brown, be this one, green and burnt orange, be this one, and sunny. There's Sunny. Okay, so that listing is, sorry about all the rustling here. That listing is all up to date and accurate. Now we're going on to the blue. The blue list. See, I went through and I checked all my Etsy listings, and I have apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Etsy listings for turtles, and I color coded them on here. So there's a beige, pink, brown. Let's see, beige, pink, brown, peach and brown, purple, blue, white stripes. Okay, I found, yes, that's this guy. This is supposed to be in one bag. And skeleton large. One time at Halloween, I decided it would be neat to make skeleton turtles, and it's been years, and he is still here. So apparently it wasn't all that good. Pink, beige, and brown. So those three are on the same listing. Does this have turtles that aren't supposed to be in here? Brown. We got the skeleton. We got that one. Okay, people white. Peach and brown. I know what that one looks like. Okay, so this needs a bag. Okay, I'm going to put the three of these together over here because they're one listing. Okay, this isn't going well. This is not going according to plan. So big. Okay, the next there are only two, and they're the same pattern. I like these. I like making these. These are the big head turtle. I can share the pattern for them. They have sold pretty well in the past, it shows. Only have two of those. That's accurate. Okay, then we have the orange. Camo, tan, land turtle, camel, brown. Okay, there's the land turtle, camo and brown. What color are we going with here? We're going with orange. So there's a camo and tan turtle that we need to find. Patch. There's Patch. One that I freehanded a while ago, and I was running out of the yarn. So even though it was an ombre with white mixed in, I had to mix in more white so I didn't run out of yarn. Poor little Patch. He's only $5. He should go in the $5 bin to see if he goes more quickly. Should be sea turtle green with egg. Yes, sea turtle green with egg. I just made a cute little turtle, and you can't see the shell on the top. I put him in an egg. Sea turtle and egg. Ocean, teal with tan head. And there was a yellow and white. Yellow and green. Okay, yellow and green. So I think I'm just missing from the orange bunch, yellow, green, a sea turtle, an ombre with a teal head. Let's look for my mini big head turtles. This was a pattern. Spike doesn't go in there. This guy doesn't go in there either. Okay. This was a pattern I worked up because those big head turtles I showed you before, they take a long time to make. So I wanted something that was smaller but had the same big head look. So I should have one in orange and camo, rainbow. See, it's got a rainbow shell, but red head. Oh, that was red rainbow. Uh-oh, we're... Either there's one missing or this one might be missing. Teal. Yes, we have him. Are there more on the other page? Mini big head green. There's the green. There's the rainbow. Here is green with yellow bumps. That was when I was doing my Crazy Critter Challenge. Yep. And we have a green and yellow spike that is not listed. So these two guys are going to have to get, so we have green, yellow, spike. Those two guys have to get photographed with the rest of their friends and update that Etsy listing. Okay, that helps with one. Okay, now there's one that isn't, he doesn't really have a category. I had checked out a magazine online from the library, a crochet magazine, and saw this pattern for a granny square turtle. And I made it up, but it's just so big that I would have preferred if it was like 1/4 the size. I think that would have made a really cute market-friendly turtle. This took so long. I've got them priced for $20, and $20 turtles don't usually go all that well. Okay, the purples, land turtle, green and pink, green and white. I think I had a bag. So there's my green and white land turtle. I made a lot of these when I was going through the scrap bag challenge, because with the stripes you could use up little things of yarn. There is the pink, green and pink land turtle, and there's green sparkle. We also have a blue ombre land turtle. You should go on Etsy. So, looks like this guy needs to be added. And, with the highlighting, it's getting hard to read these. That one was highlighted in a darker color. Green, pink, green, white, ombre blue. Okay, so these are all 4 of the land turtles. Yay! They are in a bag and they are done. We're getting down to the bottom of the bag here, peeps. Sea turtles. I've used various patterns for these. Sea turtle, I'm supposed to have ombre with a teal head. Wasn't I looking for that before in a different one? I'm not seeing him. Sea turtle, coral and blue. This guy I've had for ages. Does he? Yeah, he predates when I put the date that I made them in my inventory. coral and blue, purple and pink. That's okay. That would be this one, purple and pink. I don't think that one's on Etsy. I'll have to check that one. Okay, so this is, I had crossed out teal and put tan, but I have that one. There's the ombre turtle with a tan head. And red, white, and blue. But then where's tan? Okay, we have tan. I called this one Ocean Ombre Tan Head, and I also called it Ombre and Tan. So I've got this guy listed in here twice. So, okay, yeah, I deleted the second one already. Inventory can be so confusing. I don't know if I'm making this better or worse. Okay, we have left. There's a green spike sea turtle. Where was a green spike sea turtle? Spike green. Okay, so spike, teal, and purple. These are the orange and brown camo. Brown camo. Spike anniversary cake. Okay, this one is supposed to be another set. Just little sea turtles. I probably just made these up since like heads are different sizes, they're different sizes. Just made the shell until I ran out of the color on top. Lovely, look at like that. The color pooling looks like a leaf, but I don't see it in person. It's not showing up as much in person. Make the top till I ran out of yarn, change to the flipper and head color for the bottom. The flippers are just circles that you fold together and sew. Make the head look like it fits. So I have an orange and camo. I have a purple and teal spike. Spike, you're basically just doing a long single crochet that goes back a couple of rows. So for this one I did purple, then white, and then purple. But like every other stitch on the purple, I would go back and do a long spike stitch. And then white, and the teal with spike stitches, white, another teal with spike stitches. So it ends up with a pretty decorative pattern, and it's not that hard. This is a little guy from a Temu pattern. There's a spike one. And this one was made, the spikes don't show up all that well with the variegated yarn. This was from a Karen anniversary cake. Just the leftover. Okay, so that's all one box. So what do I have left over? I have a zombie turtle. I have a sunflower turtle. And I have a couple of my Donatello the dress-up turtle. This is like my best-selling pattern, where you make a little turtle, and then there are directions for how to make, like there's his donut shell. There's his dinosaur shell. This one I just played with an African flower motif and made a fancy shell. And, oh, I think this one's for the other guy. Yes, so that's Donatello with his 3 shells. I also made one named Forest, which the yarn was thinner. So Forest is smaller. He has, oh, there's another shell for Donatello. He has a mohawk shell, a flowered shell. I think that one's for Donatello. Yeah, it's too big. That's for Donatello. Donatello has a shark shell. Oops, I put that in the wrong bag. And this guy also has a dinosaur shell. So he needs to go on Etsy so that I can get him out of inventory. Oh, wait a minute. Wow, there's more. I need to make another turtle because I also have, I think this one goes with the little guy, a smiley face shell, another donut shell, and just a fancy shell. The bin is empty. I really don't know if I have reconciled my list at all. And I'm going to have to edit this video and edit out a bunch of when I was just sitting here going, where is this? Where? Like I'm off camera. So I've tackled the turtles somewhat. Once I go off camera, I've got to do some more organizing. But I do have about 40 turtles in, I think, 7 different Etsy listings. So it'd be nice to whittle the selection down. So I'm going to get all of them. There are a bunch that aren't on Etsy yet. Get them all on Etsy. Get those listings updated. And hopefully sell some turtles this month. So bye-bye. I hope this video wasn't terribly boring. But I will eventually get into the description a list of turtle pattern links, because I do use multiple patterns for the turtles that I don't freehand. Bye-bye.